Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today to talk about leggings with y'all. These are some of my favorite leggings, like ever. I've talked about them so many times on my channel. This video is not sponsored, but these products were sent over to me by CRZ Yoga. I've worked with them on a couple of videos in the past, none of them sponsored. They have just provided me some products to share with you guys, but y'all, I have been purchasing, it's like the funniest thing, I mentioned this in the last video I did with them, but I have been purchasing their leggings off of Amazon for literally like 4+ years at this point. I went back in my Amazon orders to see how long ago it was, and it was like 2018 or something like that. Like, I've been obsessed with CRZ Yoga forever, literally. So getting to work with them is just like a dream come true because I'm obsessed, and y'all, they have some of the best Lululemon dupes like out there, period. I'm sure y'all have probably heard of them. I feel like they're like the #1 legging brand on Amazon at this point. Their reviews are insane, but they have a lot of products. Like, honestly, ever since I started working with them, I realized that they have like way more products than I even knew about. Like, I was always really into their leggings, like a couple of the specific styles of their leggings, but they have so many different types of leggings, and they have sports bras, and they have crop tops, and they have joggers. Like, they have pretty much everything like athletic or loungewear that you could possibly imagine. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, because they have just like so many leggings, and they're all really incredible, but I think there are like some that people might prefer over others for specific reasons. So I wanted to make this video like kind of comparing and contrasting and ranking and trying on a bunch of their different leggings. I think I have like 8 different styles here. I have like some notes over here because I want to take this video very seriously, because to me leggings are very serious. I have a lot of leggings, but there are certain ones that I like more than others for specific reasons, or specific ones that I like for specific things for specific reasons, and I'm sure y'all are the same way. I work out literally every single day, so workout clothes are something that like I take very seriously because I wear the crap out of them, and I also just really like them and enjoy wearing them, and of course they're just like cute and fun and athleisure. Like, even if you don't work out, you would love all of these products because they're just comfy and cute and just like very easy to wear and style. So I'm going to be going through all of the different like styles of leggings that I have here, and I'm going to show you how they kind of fit on me, and then kind of like tell you like the pros and cons, what I love about them, what I maybe don't love about them. And I'm going to start from like my least favorite and go up to my top favorite, and all of them of course will be linked down below in the description box for y'all to check out. I always link them on Amazon and then also on CRZ Yoga's website, but I do have a coupon code for CRZ Yoga's website, and they have free shipping and free returns, plus you can use the discount, and the prices are the same on Amazon and on their website, and you get free shipping and free returns on Amazon and their website too. So if y'all want to get a little bit of a discount on them, go ahead and use my coupon code down below, and you can take advantage of saving some money. But I do always link both just in case you guys want to check out one site versus the other. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm so excited. Leggings are like my favorite thing in the world, so I love getting to talk about them. And if I look over here, it's just because that's where I have like the names of these leggings and my notes and stuff. So this first pair is the Naked Feel pocket legging, and you guys will notice there's honestly not like a ton of pocket leggings here, but I do really love a good pocket legging. As a mom, having somewhere that I can like put my phone when my hands are full with the baby is really important to me, and I love this color pink. They have obviously like a ton of colors in each, honestly a ton. Some of these leggings they have, I swear, like 15+ colors in. Some they don't have as many, but they have a lot of options. So obviously if you're not crazy about the color that I'm showing you, there's definitely other choices. But I love this beautiful like baby pink color. I honestly don't have any leggings this color, and like I said, I love the pocket on these. In the try on you'll be able to see obviously like the details a little bit better, but I like the pocket on these because they're kind of like slanted, and I kind of just like the stitching, like a very athletic-y look with kind of like that curved stitch around the butt. These are definitely like a thicker material for sure. There's a lot of like variation in the materials between these. Some are a little thicker, some are a little thinner. These are thicker, and honestly I feel like these out of all of them run on the smaller side. Like, I feel like I would have wished I could have sized up in this pair. I got a size small in all of these. Like, everything I'm going to show you is in a size small because that's pretty much always what I wear in like every pair of leggings. But these I feel like run a little small, and I think that's because A, they have kind of a lot more seams than some of the other pairs. So inevitably I feel like that just kind of makes them fit a little tighter. And these also have the drawstring in the top. These are the only ones that have the drawstring, which is why I'm ranking them like the lowest out of all of them, just because for my preference I typically don't love a drawstring. I know that there's a really good functionality to that, and if you need that, this would definitely be the pair for you. But for me, I like my leggings to be nice and compressive, but I typically prefer a few less seams. You'll even probably be able to tell in the try on, I feel like these just kind of like cut into me a little bit, which isn't the most flattering. So knowing what I know now, now, I would definitely size up in these in the future. But for that reason, at the same time, they're very functional because they stayed up really, really well. I've worked out in all of these. I've literally worn a different pair every single day for the last, I guess, 8 days, and tested them out and like really paid attention to how they felt and how they functioned. And these stayed up and stayed put really, really well. And these are the 25-inch length, and I feel like these ran like a little bit short on me because I do have other 25-inch leggings here that aren't quite this short. So for me, these kind of ran a little short and a little small, but they do have this cute little detailing at the bottom. It's like a very subtle little like dot detail. So I really like the material and I like the color, and I do like that they stay put really well, but they're definitely not like my top favorite. So next up, these are similar. These are still the naked feel, but these are the brushed naked feel, and these also have pockets, and these are also 25 inches, so they're like a similar style but like a different listing and like a slightly different material because these are brushed. They're just like slightly softer. These are like very smooth and breathable, kind of like your standard spandex material. I feel like there's nothing like super overly special about that material. This is very similar, just a slightly smoother, slightly softer effect, and I like how these fit a little bit better. These don't have the drawstring, but they do still have the kind of like tighter elastic feeling seam at the top. So they're not seamless or anything, and they do have like similar features to that pair, but I do prefer these because they don't have the drawstring. But again, if you like the drawstring, you'd probably want to go for those. And I really like this pattern. It's kind of like a tie-dye sort of effect. Really, really pretty. I like it because it's got like gray and black, so this is just like easy to pair up because it's like a very nice neutral but still a really pretty pattern. These do have the pockets as well, like I mentioned, and it's kind of got that like sort of slanted effect. It's got the same kind of detailing with the seam in the back as well, which again I just think is so sporty and athletic looking. And you will notice all of CRZ Yoga's leggings do have the logo right there on the back. Again, very like Lululemon-esque. I actually saved one of their tags here to show you as well, because even their tags sort of have like Lululemon vibes. I just love that they're like so similar in look and also like material and fit and feel, but for a fraction of the cost. So that's why I'm so obsessed with this brand. And obviously some are more similar to Lulu's than others, which I will mention as we go through. They are also very compressive like those. I just think they're a little bit more flattering in their compressiveness because they don't have the band. However, I do sort of feel like because this is like a slightly thicker material that these two tend to like hold on to sweat a little bit more. They're all really good at sweat wicking, but I feel like there are like some that are slightly better than others. So I feel like these would maybe be better for like if you're just doing maybe something like slightly lower impact or something where you're not going to be like sweating like crazy, or honestly just for like athleisure purposes. I feel like these are good, but sometimes I feel like this thicker material just hold on to sweat for a little bit longer. Nothing crazy, but if I'm like being nitpicky because we're ranking them, I would say that that's something I noticed. But they do stay up really well just like the other pair because they are nice and compressive. I don't feel like these feel as small as those ones, but I do feel like the length is similar, so there are a lot of similarities between these two, but I do like these a little bit better. So this next style is totally new to me. I've never tried their Ulti Dry line before, and this is definitely like a very different material than those. It's a little bit less spandexy feeling and a little bit more cottony feeling, still very much like a very stretchy legging material, but it's got less of that like super smooth feel and a little bit more of like that soft buttery feel. So these are obviously in a really pretty green color. I'm obsessed with this sage green. These and the next pair I'm going to show you are actually both in the Ulti Dry line, but the difference between these and actually every pair that I've showed you so far is these don't have a seam kind of like down the crotch in the front. Again, you'll see in the try on, but these don't have a seam right there in the front, which I feel like typically would be like a bonus. I feel like a lot of times that can be what leads to some camel toe, which I've never experienced in any of these. They all have a pretty nice gusset. A lot of them, the gussets are different, but they are all gusseted, so that does help with the camel toe. But honestly, the reason that I ranked this where I did is because I almost wish there was a seam here in the front, which I know is so weird, and the next pair actually does have that, which you will see. But for some reason, I almost feel like, I don't know, I would have liked that like design detail. I think it's because these have a pocket on them, which of course I really love, but I feel like there's just a lot of seams over here because obviously it has like the pocket gusset, plus this is a really pretty pocket design. It kind of has like that overlap effect, so there's almost like 2 pockets in one because you can technically put stuff in the front flap and the back flap, but obviously if you're just putting your phone in it, it just kind of has a pretty sort of like layered effect to it, which I love. I think the pocket is gorgeous, but I do really like these. I just feel like the seam would have been okay, but if you're one of those people that like really doesn't like having a seam down the front, or you're like worried about camel toe, this is definitely a pair that I think you would like. The material is really soft, really smooth, really nice and compressive, and these don't have any of the seams at the top. It's just like kind of double layered and folded over, so it's really nice and smoothing, like very flattering. I just really love the material, and I love how high-waisted these are. These are like very high-waisted. Honestly, you'll notice pretty much all of these are like extremely high-waisted, which is definitely what I'm here for, and these fit so well. And these do stay fairly dry. That is one thing I noticed. I think maybe because it's like a slightly different material, these were very sweat wicking, which I really appreciated. I would say even though they are fairly compressive, I think comparatively to some of the other ones, these aren't like the most compressive. Like I did have to adjust these and pull them up sometimes, but they are just like so comfy, I think kind of for that reason. So I love these for the comfort. I really love these. Honestly, the color is just, I'm such a sucker for this color. So next up, these are in the Ulti Dry line as well. So it's the exact same material, very soft and buttery and smooth, but a little bit more, like I said, kind of cottony. So dang comfy, so stretchy, but these ones do have that seam in the front, and these ones do not have a pocket, which as much as I love a pocket, I also kind of love leggings without pockets, because I feel like even though none of the pockets on those that I've shown y'all are like bulky or obtrusive or anything like that, there is something to just like a really smooth, like thin pair of leggings that's just nice and smooth and a little bit thinner. Just obviously there's less material on them, so I can always appreciate that as well. And how stunning is this blue color? I love the color selection that they have. Like they always have something that I don't own, and I have like, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, like 50 to 60 pairs of leggings last time I checked. So I have a lot of patterns and a lot of colors, and somehow they still have different patterns and colors that I've never seen before that I don't own. So I know there's always something for me available. These do have, again, that really like nice athletic stitching. Very flattering. These are pretty simple otherwise, but I kind of just like how like that butt seam sort of like goes down the leg. So I wore these ones specifically for a run like outside, and they were very comfortable. They stayed dry. They stayed put. Like I didn't have to adjust them at all. Again, they're not like the most compressive of all, but they were definitely like compressive enough to make me feel supported and comfortable and stay put. They did roll like the tiniest bit, I did notice, but like nothing super egregious. I feel like that's pretty common with most leggings, especially leggings that are so high-waisted. They can tend to like kind of just turn a little bit at the top, and I just like the feel and the length of these, and like again the kind of like moderate compression. If you're not really big into working out, these would still be really great for you because they are so comfy to lounge in. They feel so good on. The material is just so good. That is one thing CRZ Yoga just crushes, is their materials are just insane. Like that's one thing that just cannot be beat with their leggings. So again, these two are the same line, not like wildly different, but just depending on whether you want pockets and how you feel about the seams, I would say that would be your determining factor between these two. Next up, even though these are the 4th ranked in my ranking, we are like basically halfway through, these are like one of my favorite pairs. My top 4 are like almost all like neck and neck. Difference between how much I like each of them. Like my top 4 are so almost like neck and neck for being number 1 that it was very hard to rank these next 4 that I'm going to show you guys. So keep that in mind. I love them all so much. I love all these leggings so much, but my top 4 in particular are like my very favorites, and you cannot go wrong with any of these, especially because look at this freaking pattern. How obsessed are you? Y'all know I love tie-dye and I love leopard, and I love that this is like a black and gray leopard. These are again the naked feel, but these are the double waist seam naked feel, which I think is just such a pretty kind of like very simple but unique little touch to these. I feel like that just looks so athletic. It just kind of adds a like very simple but I feel like kind of noteworthy like design detail. I love that. They're pretty simple other than that. They just have it around the back. They have the logo. These ones don't have any pockets or anything like that, and they are that same kind of like seamless band around the top, but they do technically have a seam going down the side. But these, the material is different than all the ones that I've shown you before, and I would compare these the most to my Wonder Unders. This material, it's like not as cottony as the Ulti Dries, but not quite as like smooth and spandexy as the first 2 naked feels. It's like kind of somewhere in between. It's insanely smooth and soft, but definitely more of like that kind of spandexy, like kind of traditional legging material. Very stretchy, very smooth and breathable, and very sweat wicking, and a really nice amount of compression. Like these will really hold you in, make you feel very supported, but they're not unflattering at all. That like nice seamless waist makes these look look so good and they just feel really nice, especially for working out. So I would consider these more of kind of like a medium thickness. Like, they're not quite as thick as the first pair, but they're not as thin as some of the other pairs I'm going to show you, which is why I find them to be the most similar to my Wonder Unders. I think if you like the Wonder Unders, which haven't they stopped making the Wonder Unders? So if you do like that material and you are going to be obsessed with these, like, these just feel, that's the thing, they feel so high quality. I feel like if you didn't see the logo and you wore a pair of these and then like you wore a pair of Lululemons, I feel like you'd have a very hard time telling a difference because these are just so high quality. These feel way more expensive than they actually are, which is why I'm like so thrilled to be sharing them with you guys, because I love bringing good quality stuff to you that doesn't break the bank. As much as I love Lululemon and I have quite a bit of it, I also feel like it sometimes seems a little ridiculous to spend that much money on something that you're literally just gonna sweat in. So that's why I love these. They are so just like smoothing, they look so flattering, and they are so comfortable and so high-waisted. Just so high-waisted. I love these. I cannot rave about these enough. These are so good. And these I did get the 28-inch length in, so these are a little bit longer, and I am 5'9", so I'm definitely on the taller side, and I feel like the 28 inches are fine for me, but the 25 inches also work for me. I feel like if you're like any shorter than me, I probably wouldn't go with the 28-inch length, because the 25-inch will probably be a 7/8 to almost like a full length for you. I kind of like having a mix between 7/8 length and full length. I don't really do like the crops at all just because I'm so tall. So you might notice for most of these, and I'll put in the description box what the lengths for each one were, but I feel like I can go back and forth between the 25 and the 28. But I will say the next couple that I'm going to show you did seem to run a little bit long and sort of like bunched up a little bit for me, which doesn't bother me at all. Like, I don't really care if there's a little extra material, but I know if you're a little bit taller or a little bit shorter, that might matter to you. So that's why I wanted to mention it. And like I said, I will list it in the description box. So these I absolutely love, and I have almost purchased these off of Amazon like a million times. Like, these are in my save for later on Amazon because of this color. How gorgeous is this? This is the brushed naked feel legging. This is the 25-inch, and I'm obsessed with this shade. There's just something about like almost like a neon blue, especially with a tan, that just looks so good, and I just think this color is stunning. I love these leggings so freaking much. Like, I am obsessed. We're kind of getting towards like the slightly like thinner feeling material. This is definitely closer to like that slightly more cottony, slightly less like super smooth spandex material. Still like very stretchy and very comfortable, but because they are that brushed material, they're like butter. Freaking soft, like insane. I have quite a few different pairs of this specific style because I cannot get enough of this material. In terms of a design aspect, they're pretty similar to the ones I just showed you. They don't have any like extra seam at the top. These ones have a gusset that goes all the way. This is gonna be kind of funny to show you. These ones have a gusset that runs the whole kind of like inner portion of the leggings, whereas some of them just kind of have like a triangle gusset, so you definitely don't have to worry about any camel toe with these especially. And I just love this slightly thinner, super soft, like really stretchy material. Again, very high-waisted and very smoothing, very, very flattering. These are getting closer to like that Align material. I have another pair that's like, I think probably the closest to the Align, if that's what you like. But if you do like the Align material, you would 100% be obsessed with these. They're called the naked feel for a reason, because you literally can't tell that you have these on. All the workouts that I do are very like high intensity interval training or running, so I'm constantly jumping and like doing a lot of movement in these, and these stay put. They do not go anywhere. I never feel like encumbered by them. It's just like a pleasure to work out in them, as like funny as that sounds. They are just like that comfortable, and the material is just that good. And these are so good for pregnancy purposes. All the leggings I wore throughout my pregnancy were all CRZ Yoga, and they were all the same size that I had from like years before. So I wore the same size small leggings when I purchased them back in like 2018, 2019, and then all through my pregnancy, even when I got gigantic, they still fit, and then I continued wearing them postpartum, and I'm still wearing them right now. It is nuts. These are so good for the bump. If you wanted to like size up one, like if you are quite pregnant, you could totally do that. That's the thing with these. They're so forgiving that I feel like if you go up or down a size, you'll still be able to wear them even when you maybe lose weight and get a little smaller, or if you are pregnant or anything like that, they'll still work for you when you're bigger and still feel just as comfortable and as flattering. Like, it's kind of crazy. The sizing is very, very versatile, which is what I love about them, because I never had to purchase different sizes throughout my pregnancy, which is also a testament not just to like how comfortable they are, but the quality. Like I said, I have leggings that I've had from them for years and years, and if I put these and those in a pile and asked you to like pick out which are the older ones and which are the newer ones, You literally wouldn't be able to tell a difference. They look just as good as they did when I first bought them because they just hold up so well to working out. I've obviously washed them a ton of times. The material is just that good. There's like no pilling. You literally wouldn't be able to tell unless like maybe I've stained them or something. You literally would not be able to tell which ones are new and which ones are old. I swear I'm gonna have all of these for like the rest of my life. They just hold up so well, and I put them through it. Like, I wear them a lot and I wash them a lot, and they don't show a single sign of wear. It is literally insane. So anyway, I love these. Even though they're like my third ranking, I am obsessed. This next pair, even though this is number two and number one for me are like almost both number one if I could do that. I actually just discovered this style and I immediately ordered another pair with my coupon code from their website, like within a couple hours of putting these on my body. I cannot explain how magical these are. These are their air feeling yoga legging. These are the 25-inch, and this material is literally like God's gift to the earth. I cannot explain it. The comparison between these two, they're very, very similar, but these are almost a little bit thicker and a little bit softer and a little bit more buttery, and just, it is insane. They're both really, really amazing, but these are just like slightly more incredible, if that's even possible, which I didn't even know that was possible. These are like almost like squishy. This material is nuts. I've never felt anything like it. I'm probably going to own every single color that they make in this pair. I never wanted to take these off. Of course, I just started mowing outside, so if you can hear that, don't mind it. These truly, like, the main thing that I felt about these, and even told Ken when we were taking our walk, is keep that in mind. Actually, I do work out every single day, plus my husband and I and the baby walk 2 miles every single day, so I do a lot of activities. So these have all really been put to the test. Keep that in mind. We went for a very long walk when I was wearing these, and I told him, I was like, I literally feel like these are a second skin on my body. Like, they literally, I couldn't tell that I was wearing them. Like, I literally felt naked, and these are not the naked feel ones, but that's like genuinely how I felt. I couldn't tell that I was wearing. They felt like I had nothing on. They're literally like air feeling. Like, the fact that they're called air feeling, it is true. It feels like you're wearing absolutely nothing. It just feels like a cloud on your legs. It is insane. Like I said, they're almost like squishy. It's kind of nuts. I love this color. This is called Spice Chai, and I think this is so pretty. It's kind of like an orangey, peachy. The style is very similar. It's seamless at the top here, just folded over with the seam down the side and then around the waist and down the front. These just have the triangle gusset, so like there's nothing super spectacular about them, and just in terms of like how they look, it is how they feel. These are insane, and these are that slightly like thinner material as opposed to like the thicker, more spandexy ones. These are very much like a brushed, very like soft, buttery, slightly more cottony feel, but so supportive. Even though these are yoga leggings, so they're definitely, I feel like, kind of intended for like lower intensity workouts, they're still like nice and compressive and supportive and crazy high-waisted. This is probably the most high-waisted pair out of all of them. I mean, look at that waistband. That's like a couple inches. So they're definitely very high-waisted. If you like that, you will love these. I do feel, however, because they are more of like a yoga type material, they definitely showed sweat a little bit more than some of these other ones. It didn't like stay wet for very long, so it wasn't like it was holding on to the sweat, but it wasn't quite as sweat wicking as some other ones. Like, I could see the sweat like on my knees and stuff like that. Like, there were just sweat spots on me, if that makes sense. So I think because these are probably more intended for like yoga and stretching and like slightly less intense workouts, that's probably why. But I still wore them, like I said, for my high intensity workouts and my walk and stuff like that, and they were so comfortable. And the fact that sweat shows, like, it doesn't bother me. It didn't stick around for very long, and I don't really care if people know that I was sweating. These are just incredible. I literally need to own every single color in these. These are, you will notice in the try-on portion I showed, though, I feel like these are like the longest pair out of all of them. Even though these are the 25-inch, they definitely like bunched up quite a bit at the ankles for me. Like, there was kind of a lot of extra material, which, like I said, doesn't bother me at all, but that is something that I noticed. There is like a little bit of variation between the lengths for some of them, depending on the style that you get. And these would be especially good for athleisure and loungewear. If, again, you're not much of a workout person, but you like to just like walk, or like I said, do yoga or things like that, or just like to have athletic leggings to wear with sweatshirts and like running errands and stuff, these are the pair that you need. I am telling you, get these. You will be so happy. I can tell that these would be amazing for pregnancy as well, because they're so soft and so comfy. I'm literally obsessed. I cannot say enough good things about these. I'm obsessed. And last but not least, my number one, which, like I said, these are like, if I could tie them for number one, I would, but I had to pick. So these win by like literally a hair. Just a hair, because I love, like I said, these top 4 I love so much. But these are the Butterluxe leggings, which I did a whole video I can link down below trying on a bunch of their other Butterluxe products, including leggings and shorts and all kinds of stuff. So I will link that below if you want to see some other products tried on and linked that are in like the same style and material. But these are like Lululemon Align dupes. If you like that style, you're going to be obsessed with these. These are one of their newer materials and like newer lines as well, and I feel like they're so popular and for such a good reason. They're so buttery soft. They're not like the same like kind of squishy soft as these, but still very much that slightly more cottony, very, very smooth, soft, buttery material. Like these feel so good on. They are so supportive, so compressive, very sweat wicking, literally feel like you're wearing nothing. They're so dang stretchy. These would be so good for pregnancy as well. These top 3 I feel like would be pregnancy perfect. I honestly would say just get your regular size if you're pregnant or expecting to get pregnant at any point. I don't think you need to size up, to be frank. And honestly, I feel like with the Butterluxe in particular, these are like the one pair that I would say you could almost size down in. Like I said, I have a small in everything, but I feel like I could do an extra small in these and they would fit slightly more compressive and maybe like slightly more supportive, because they are that thinner material and they're super stretchy. You can definitely get away with like playing with this sizing. And I love this color. This is called Hibiscus. How gorgeous is this? The design, like I said, is very similar. It's seamless at the top with the same kind of like seams around the middle and down the center. There's like no pockets or anything on these. And these are the 28-inch, so they're these slightly longer ones. And again, they are a little bit long, but nothing crazy. And these I would say are like probably the most breathable out of all of these. Like these just did not hold on to sweat. I wasn't like still sweaty after my workout. You couldn't see any like sweat marks or anything like that. So I love that these are so soft. They're just so easy to move in because they're so soft and so stretchy that they're very easy to like run and jump around in, but they don't hold on to all the sweat that comes with those kind of workouts, which is why for me like these are the perfect legging. They're perfect for like HIIT workouts and running and things like that. You will just feel so comfortable in these. They're also perfect for after your workout when you want to just like throw on a sweatshirt and like hang out, or for me just like do normal mom things, running errands and stuff. These feel like actual butter on your body, and they have so many amazing colors. Plus they also have in these Butterluxe ones, which I don't have yet, but I need to order. They have the ones that are kind of like tulip almost, like that kind of overlapping flap sort of style in this material, which I also think is just so pretty and so flattering. I love these so much. This hot pink is honestly, I've been wanting a pair of leggings in this like super hot pink color. So I am obsessed with all of these, as you can pretty much tell. Like I said, I'm gonna have these all linked down below, and I will have them all in like the ranking order, just in case you guys are curious. Definitely don't think that just because like one is my top favorite or one is my like not top favorite, that one is like better or worse than the other. I just have preferences, as I'm sure you do as well. And the material for all of them is very comfortable, and they're all very high-waisted and all of that. So there's a lot of consistency across the board. There's obviously just like some variation. Oh my gosh, the freaking lawnmower is getting so loud. But I love them all. Y'all cannot go wrong. Like I said, I will link Amazon and their website down below along with the coupon codes. You guys cannot go wrong. Like I'm telling you, you need at least one of these pair of leggings in your life, and then you're gonna fall in love and probably want to like keep purchasing them, which is what happened to me years ago, which is why at this point I honestly like redid my leggings drawer, because I need like a whole CRZ section at this point because I have so many of their leggings. I honestly probably now with these have at least 15 to like probably 18 pairs of their leggings. And then if you want to count like the bike shorts and the bras, a lot of my workout wardrobe is CRZ Yoga, because it's just so good, but it's so affordable and it's so high quality that it's like if I'm going to spend my money on workout clothes, I'm going to not like break the bank, but I'm going to get stuff that I know is going to hold up and be good quality and just feel really good on. Like I feel very comfortable and very confident, and I feel like when it comes to workout clothes, that's kind of one of the most important things. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Definitely let me know in the comments if you have like any questions, or you can DM me on Instagram. I always have my Instagram linked down below for you guys to check out. I would love if you gave me a follow. I'm always sharing this stuff like before it makes it to YouTube on my stories, so if you kind of want to see what I'm wearing and testing out and all of that, definitely feel free to follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.